Hello YouTube, B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today is the first figure of a new line that's still really new on the market and stuff. It is the DC Icons Batman from DC Collectibles. You know, so they have this new DC Icons line, you know, kind of 6-inch figures. And they just have great new articulation. They use a new, more durable plastic. Come with a ton of accessories. The only trade-off is that they're smaller than DC Collectibles' other figures. I'm not going to be getting much of these because they're 25 bucks a pop. I got Batman and Black Adam. I might get Green Lantern. Definitely getting Superman when he comes out. So, you know, that's that. But we got our Batman here. Very cool figure. Got a very good Jim Lee look. This is one of my absolute favorite bat suits. So I just had to have him. I mean, he's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like, I love the gray and the blue with the black bat signal. Just wonderful. That's my favorite look for Batman. This is my favorite look for Batman right here. Love it, just love it. And he does have great detail and paint. You know, you got nice boots. A very well painted utility belt, very nice. You know, fists, little bat stabby things. Very clean paint there. Nice little head sculpt. Clean paint, as I said. Great cape. Really nice cape. It's even got some shading on there. Very cool. But yeah, you know, he looks great, as you can see. The cape even looks like it's flowing in the wind a little bit, you know? Really nice. I really do like this guy. But yeah, he also has great articulation. You know, the head goes down. Could come up a bit more, but whatever. Side to side, right there. Up and down on the arms, forward and back, you know. We got bicep swivel, double elbow bend. You got rotation here on the wrist, in and out, as you can see. He's basically Marvel Legends articulation, but the torso is something new to me. He's got this kind of side-to-side thing here at the top, and it goes up and down a little bit, but he has a waist crunch instead of a waist swivel. So that's new, and this crunches a little, so he can't actually look down like that quite far. He can look like straight down at the ground, which is really nice, and it can go back quite far too. So lots of great articulation in there. The legs, like, he can do the splits really well, in and out, you know, forward and everything, back, you know. It's great, just doing great here. Could have used a thigh swivel maybe, but who am I to judge, right? Whatever. But yeah, you know, he's still a very, very cool figure because you got a double knee bend. You guys know I love that double knee bend. You got a boot swivel right here, and then you have an ankle pivot. Always nice, up and down on the foot, peg holes, you know, the whole shebang. Very, very cool. So now let's get into some accessories. Here are two of his accessories, or really four actually. His holding hand and his batarang. Yeah, he comes with two holding hands, one for each side of course, and two batarangs. So you can have one for each side as well, or you can have one like hitting a dude, or you can just have one as a spare in case you lose one, which would be quite easy, honestly. But here's the little batarangs, just black, you know, black little batarang. They both look the same, so, you know, that's that. Just like that, neat, you know, pretty simple, very cool. And here's Batman with his last accessory, his Grapple Line. This isn't, you know, exactly just the Grapple Line, because it's also a hand. As you can see, it's a hand that's firmly grasped around it so he doesn't drop it, which is very nice, actually. And it would really help him hold on if you have him hanging in a display, because it's got this long string. I would have preferred maybe a wire or something. The figure arts Batman and just this one has a wired one, which is amazing for posing, honestly. But it's got a little hook here they can hook on the things, and sorry about that. And you can pull it through the other side also. So you got that going on, or whatever. Yeah, just trying not to get it all tangled up. I think I'll be fine though. I really won't be displaying him with any of these fancy accessories at the moment. Maybe at some point, but not currently. But yeah, you know, he looks nice with his accessories. Now how about we get into some size comparisons. Here he is with some of Mattel's 6-inch DC figures. Here on the left we have the new Multiverse Joker, and here on the right a bit of an older figure, the DC Universe Classics Power Girl. Yeah, so they're obviously too big for him. This 6-inch isn't as a 6-inch as Mattel's figures, obviously. They're both 6-inch scale, but, you know, different manufacturers, different sizes, doesn't really matter. Here's just some other Mattel figures. Here we have some Movie Masters. He's obviously not going to scale well with the Man of Steel Superman here on the left, so you can kind of really just forget Man of Steel figures. He might, however, scale up well with some Movie Masters Dark Knight Rises figures. As you can see, the Dark Knight Rises Batman right here isn't too terribly much bigger than our Icons Batman, so maybe he could work with some of the villains and stuff from the Dark Knight Rises line. Who knows? Now here's our Batman with some other DC Collectibles. Here on the left we have the GameStop exclusive Battle Damage Batman from Arkham Knight. And here on the right, the Designer Series New 52 Nightwing. And obviously they're just way too big for him. They might all be DC Collectibles, but they are different lines. Icons is much smaller than the regular DC Collectibles DC Direct stuff. Now we might not have scaled up well with a lot of this stuff, but DC Icons figures do scale up great with each other. Here's with the DC Icons Black Adam figure. And I just think they look wonderful. So your other DC Comics icons will look great with your Batman. If you got a Green Arrow or a Green Lantern, Mr. Miracle, Deadman, any of those guys, you're gonna look A-okay with Batman here. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on the DC Icons Batman figure from DC Collectibles? Well, he's a damn good figure, honestly. He scales well with his own line, which is really all he needs to scale well with, even though he doesn't scale well with everything else. As long as a figure scales well with its own line, I'm not going to be real upset about the scaling. Because that's what it's supposed to scale up well with. So as long as it scales up well with that, you know, the manufacturer did their job. And he does scale up well with his own line, which is great. And I really do love this figure. He's very cool. All in all, I think I'm going to give him 5 out of 5 stars. I really think he deserves it. They're really doing a good job with these icons. You know, they're really competing with imports with these guys. He's really nice. But yeah, thank you all so much. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I will see you all later. 5 out of 5 stars.